and I want to get better. You know, I don't want to quit. I refuse to quit. I refuse to quit on my dreams. I refuse to quit on this YouTube channel as well, because it's something that started so small.
And you're not free to be global Britain.
They deal with the United States.
Diplomatic relations with.
You're a Trump cheerleader here. What do you make of it?
Why aren't you working? The premiere's tomorrow night.
Okay guys, thank you for tuning in, and I just wanted to do a quick update video. It's been some time since my last upload, and just want to keep you guys in the loop to see what I'm up to these days. So the main thing will be that summer was a very hard month for me. The summer, by that I mean August. The month of August was terrible in terms of earnings for myself. Luckily I have plenty of other sources of income with non-exclusive libraries, and that really saved my ass, to say the least. And but you know, one of my main accounts did very badly, and probably is the worst I have ever been. So you know, I had to take some actions, you know, and by that I mean that I had to like take care of more of all of my accounts, including the ones that are not doing very well. And you know, it was so bad as well mentally that sometimes, you know, we think about quitting, we think about giving up. And this is perfectly normal. This is all in the mind. We usually tend to do things or to make them worse than they actually are, even though it might be really bad. Beyond that, my schedule has changed so much. As many of you know, I have a second daughter now. She's 5 months old. 5 months has passed by already. And obviously my routine has changed so much. I never anticipated, or I was prepared kind of for it, but you know, one thing is to think about it and be prepared for it, and then another thing is to actually live it. So you know, on top of that, you know, we still had to like entertain my oldest daughter as well. We didn't go on holiday, so just to give you a quick recap, you know, what we wanted to do as well for the summer was to move. We couldn't accomplish that. You know, for us it's been a very important year. We have been very blessed, and we've been very successful. We have accomplished many things, both on the financial or working part, and as well as a family. You know, in the beginning of the year we bought our car. That was a big achievement. And we have the birth of my second daughter, Melina, and my wife is still on maternity leave. But another major goal for us, apart from having my stock business growing and as well as the YouTube channel in my professional life, is as well that we wanted to move, and that didn't happen, and that was a major setback. And I think for us as a family, and for me as well, it was a little bit of a downer, even though we said it's not the right time. That's for sure. It was not the right time. Now I can see that if we would have moved, it would have been complete chaos and catastrophe really for us. So the point of this vlog is that I didn't upload any videos during that process, or during that period. I don't know if it was like 2 or 3 weeks. I don't remember exactly when was my last video. And I always have it in the back of my head. Even though I'm not doing daily vlogs, I always feel like I have to share more. And I want to share, especially when things go bad or things go wrong, or it's very important to document that, not only for you guys to see, but for myself as well, because it is kind of like a diary for me. And I want to celebrate the successes, and I want to as well embrace and take responsibilities for the failures as well. So what I've done with my accounts that are not doing very well is put even more energy into it, and actually say, okay, I don't blame the algorithm, I don't blame the seasons, and I don't blame the actual internet or anything. I just try to look within, because I know that it's all in the brain, and all of my mentors have mentioned that before. If we are getting exactly what we're given, you know, and I have to examine my music, I have to examine my business, and if I am actually creating enough value to get back what I'm expecting. So what I did is I revamped one of my accounts in Audio Jungle, which is the one that has been suffering, and said I have to change the thumbnails and the little bit of an avatar, going as well through some different prices now that you can actually price your own items as well, and experiment with that as well. And there's more that I'm going to share with you actually as time passes by. In the next few weeks, actually, I'm going to more changes actually with accounts that I really want you to know, because it's changes that I will have never ever thought about unless I will have gone through something bad, going through a bad period. So the message of this vlog will be that, when things go hard or when things go wrong and they don't go as you expected, like in my case, like I'm sharing here with you, we go on and say and plan ahead and say, we want to move home, we want to have a baby at the same time, and don't worry, I have my business going on. You go on maternity leave, and I have X amount of income that is guaranteed. And as soon as you make plans like that, you become the cliche, like, holy shit, here we are with a second baby, and things are getting tough. And to make matters worse, I'm in a bad headspace, and I have to snap out of it. And I'm thinking already outside, like, okay, maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe this is not the thing for me. And that's dangerous, okay? Because the main thing here is that in this difficulty, or in this season, or this problem, when there is a problem, there's always a solution. There's actually something even better and greater for you. And actually, one of my mentors mentioned that when we fail, it's because we haven't asked for enough. So you can interpret that in any way you want, but I do believe it's true. And from everything that could go possibly wrong, the only reason that I'm doing stock music and YouTube videos is because I went through a massive crisis when we moved from England to Greece. And that's part of my story, so I will always be grateful for some kind of adversity, and yeah, I want to be the hero in my own movie, in my own story, so all this hardships and roadblocks and whatnot and setbacks, I want to embrace them. And there's always an exercise, there's always a lesson in there. And for me, it's to step up the game, to make even more badass music, to actually create even more non-exclusive accounts, to actually take drastic actions within the business, not go outside. Because, when we start thinking about something else, like quitting, you're on the wrong path. There is a time for quitting if you believe that you're doing the wrong thing and it's not the path for you. But I've done that in the past before I got into stock music, and out of desperation as well, and that's never good. So you can only get better or change things when we change. So like I said, I changed a little bit my approach. I changed a little bit not only the image in my Audio Jungle profile, but as well the pricing, the music, and most of all my attitude, how I see things, and my perspective as well. And what should I focus on more? And the main thing for me is to even create even more music. So my schedule has suffered. I cannot blame that on my family life. I cannot blame that on my 5-month-old daughter. But it did change. My routine changed so much. So now I start working at night. So I'm working late at nights, and it's a new thing for me because I treat it, as you know, as a job. I treat it like 9 o'clock in the morning and switch off around 6 or 7. Nowadays, I start very late. I start like around after lunch hour, because in the mornings I try to help my wife. I spend some time with the kids. I try to take my daughter out a little bit for a walk and enjoy that part of it, because it's part of my lifestyle. But something has to give in, and I said, you know what? And when your income suffers, you need to go and do something. Somebody has to get a job. Somebody has to start doing double shift and whatnot. So, because I don't have a boss, I have to really, really, take initiative and do the right thing. And I'm blessed as well that I have my wife. She's not only my wife, but she's my business partner as well. And we usually talk, and we don't take I don't take any decisions if I'm not. I do take my own decisions, of course, but I usually bounce and share with my wife, because it is a business partner as well. She really, really helps me when I'm a little bit blurry in the brain, and if I'm doing something wrong, that really, really helps, especially when you do something for a living or you have a business or something. Even though I'm a solo guy, I'm a solo act, I'm a one-man band and whatnot, without my wife, this will be impossible. I have mentioned she takes care of accounting. She deals with my accountant. She deals with the taxes and all the paperwork. And but as well, she deals as well with when things go wrong. I talk to her, and we share and we bounce between each other, and that really helps for me to see things differently. And then I usually go back into my cave and rethink whatever we have discussed. And then I come out with this other idea, which is like a third idea, because I have a point of view, my wife or the other person might have another point of view, and there's always a third one. And that's what I'm looking for when there's a crisis or where there is a difficult period. And I know there is something in there. There's something that I don't see it, and now I can see that it was a blessing. Okay, so August was a very bad month, but it was a blessing because it makes me think. I see things differently now, and I have taken major changes. Like I said, I'm going to share them as soon as they take place with my stock account, stock music account, and the same with a YouTube channel. You know, I want to step up. It's been a fucking amazing ride. And you know, this, like I've mentioned in the earlier on, this year has been amazing. I'm not complaining at all. I mean, for me, being a father for the second time is a blessing. And like I said, we bought our first car as well. We were, you know, if you're a family, if you don't have a car, you know, I mean, I had my 8-year-old daughter last year, or for many years, saying, you know, we're going to a party or something to drop her, or we're going to the park, and you know, and she will say to me, how come we don't have a car? And that was fucking heartbreaking. I felt like a failure, you know. So that was a big motivator as well for me to say, to put more into my work, to provide for my family, and for us to have a car, you know, our first family car, you know. And that was a major accomplishment this year. I want to end the year in a bigger note, though, you know. I want to get better, you know. I don't want to quit. I refuse to quit. I refuse to quit on my dreams. I refuse to quit on this YouTube channel as well, because it's something that started so small. And for me, it's very therapeutical, you know. So that was another reason why I was going through this bad month and this darkness in terms of like, oh my God, everything is going bad, you know. Sales have frozen, you know, everything. And on top of that, I stopped making videos, you know, stopped working out. It's just like a snowball effect of, you know, disaster. So you have to, like, yes, embrace it and say, you know what, step up, get the fuck up again, you know. Start doing videos. You know, I don't have to wait until things get better, you know. They have gotten better now, okay? And that's why I have now the courage to do the video and share it. But, you know, so anyways, man, hope you guys are doing well. Hope these videos find you well. Hope you had a better August or summer time than me. And I'm back in action, okay? So see you on the other side of success, and let's just rock and roll, man.